Yes, you may. Are you awake already?
Yes, I've been coughing all night.
I'll take a book and read for a while. It'll soon be morning.
But can't I stay in here with you?
No, Henry, go back to your own room now.
What's an ambassador?
Why do you ask?
One's been shot, a German.
Shot? What are you saying?
Yes, last night. I heard it on the early news.
Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am troubled unto the depths of my heart. Lo, my soul is sorely troubled. How long must I wait, O Lord? Return to me, O Lord. Save my soul, and deliver me through thine infinite.
Morning, Sheila.
Good morning.
Good morning, Veronica.
Do you know, Daddy, Marianne doesn't call rain rain, she calls it
A
crying.
very bad night. I'm going to let him sleep well.
I won't be home for dinner tonight.
Come in.
Hello.
Hello. Did you sleep well?
Yes, thanks, and you?
Yes, thank you.
Good, good.
I told
there's
you
a
my
chap...
father's coming tonight, didn't I?
Yes.
Well, since you're going to be on, it doesn't really matter.
No, no. Well, give the old man my regards.
So, well, have a good day.
The heating's going to be off for a couple of hours this afternoon, so...
Well, that's a nuisance because of Henry's cough.
No, but there's a chap coming to see about the boiler. It'll only be a couple of hours.
Shall I see to the concert tickets or will you?
Oh, my secretary will see to that, little matter.
Don't forget.
No, I won't. Well?
Did you hear the news?
No.
The German ambassador's been assassinated. You know, in Guatemala, the one they were holding a hostage.
Really?
Henry came in and told me it was on the early news.
Bloody hell. Right. Well, oh, sorry.
Roger, Alf.
Has promised more British help for the earthquake victims. And now from the newsroom, Peter Barker.
The West German ambassador to Guatemala, kidnapped by guerrillas last Tuesday, has been found dead. The body of Count Karl von Sprete was found in a derelict house on the outskirts of the city. There was a bullet wound in his temple. His rimless glasses were clutched in his hand, and around him lay his coat, wallet, and sunglasses. An anonymous...
Morning.
George Arnold wants to see you.
Well, I'm busy after 9:15. Did you tell him so?
Yes, I told him you were engaged. But he said it was important. He wondered if you could put off the other appointment.
Oh, well, I suppose I can. Ring Ray, will you, and ask him to come tomorrow afternoon instead, if you can.
Yes, I'll do that. Oh,
There you are.
are you going to be out to lunch?
No, I don't think so, Wayne.
Oh, well, I've got an appointment with the dentist. I wondered if you could manage without me for half an hour after lunch. I may be back, but you know sometimes one has to wait.
Oh, yes, that's all right. Go ahead. I've only got that meeting at 2. That should be a long, drawn-out affair. So, excuse me. Oops, sorry. Come back when you like. Bye-bye. Good morning.
Morning, Andrew. Go on in.
Hello, George. Oh, Andrew, there you are. Good of you to come at once. Well, now. How are things?
Oh, fine, just fine. And you?
Oh, much the same, thanks. We've got a virus infection going the rounds at home. Alice and the kids are all down with it. I've managed to escape so far. Though I don't feel too good today. Maybe it's the weather.
Yes.
Listen, Andrew, there's a rather unpleasant thing I've got to mention to you.
Oh, that's a pity.
I was over at the ministry yesterday. And it's Dixon. He mentioned that they're not going to accept your scheme. They're sending it back to us for a completely new investigation. And a new set of plans.
Oh, really? That's,
I thought I'd mention it to you at once. I want you to read about it first in the newspapers. Dixon wasn't sure when the official announcement would be made. He thought probably sometime after Easter. Well, as I say, I thought I'd mention it to you now.
yes, that was kind of you.
I thought there was something in the wind. I could feel it in my bones. So long coming to a decision.
Did Dixon give any reason?
Well, you know how it is. Dixon's an idiot. He doesn't have any real say in things anyway. He suggested your proposal might be a bit on the academic side. Not quite in line with development, so to speak. I didn't pay any too great attention, actually. He's a dreadful bore. He's got the most frightful breath.
Who's to take over?
Oh, Dixon thought we might try Fisher and Whiteley.
Oh, Lord.
Well, a couple of gifted youngsters.
They're completely lacking in experience.
Oh, they're coming on very nicely.
I'm only 40, George.
Oh, to be 40 is like having an unmentionable disease.
Oh. What am I to do now? We've detailed me off for this job for the whole of next year.
Yes, well, we'll talk about it after Easter. I'll give it some thought.
Oh, thanks. I won't take up your time any longer. It was nice of you to let me know so soon. Give my regards to your wife, and, well, have a nice Easter, if we don't meet before.
Yeah, off to Anna.
Oh, yes. Well, bye-bye. Thanks again, George.
Well, Mr. Johnson, the lawyer's waiting for you.
Oh, well, I have to make a telephone call first. I'll take it in here. Oh, hello, Sheila. Andrew here. Is Anna there?
No, you just missed her. She's just gone out this minute. I don't think she'll be back before dinner, but she'll be at the college at 2. She's going to see her brother in the hospital.
Hello, dear. How are you? You look good. I remember those. That's clever, isn't it? Oh, aren't those lovely? Who brought you those?
Oh, dear.
And that's
nice
this
just
week.
to see you. Oh, thank you. I've been longing for you dreadfully.
I've had such a lot to do recently.
No, I didn't mean it that way. I know how much you have to attend. How are the children?
Oh, they're fine. Well, Henry's got a bit of a cold, but Veronica's marvellous, as usual. Well, they're going to the country, I should think. Just hope this weather lasts.
I'm afraid I can't really offer you anything. Like a banana. Cigarette. Chocolate,
Yeah,
perhaps.
nothing for me, thank you.
Blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
And will you tell me something honestly?
Well, I'll do my best.
Have I been certified, or did I ask to come here of my own accord? I can't remember what really happened.
Well, no one's keeping you here against your will.
How do you think I look?
I think you look a lot better. I can't understand why you make up and wear those things, though.
Finished, Anna.
What about the new book?
It's nothing.
What do you mean?
I told everyone I'd written the book, but it isn't true.
Didn't your publisher say
Then
that?
I read it to him. I just got a bit out of Baudelaire and copied it out before he got here. It's not very educated.
It's just one of your down periods, Albert. You've been like this before and then suddenly got over it.
That's enough of that. That's enough of all that nonsense. I'm breaking off all my contact. There's a great silence. It is beyond the comprehension of all those who can't hear it. Do you imagine I can't see the approaching twilight?
You mustn't talk like that.
Destroyers have seized power, that's the truth of it. The big lie has seized power, that's the truth. Hatred is put on the garments of righteousness. Remember that when you tell Andrew and the others about our meeting. The worst part of it is I had hopes. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. I am the truth, I am. I am the truth, I am.
Calm down, Albert.
It's not calm. It's just hysteria, you understand, dearest?
You make me feel so helpless. It's not because of what you say. Because you're so tormented. It's like when I was little and used to come into the nursery. I was 6, you must have been 18. You used to come into the nursery and sit on the floor in the corner of the room and look at me until I began to cry. Because I knew there was something you wanted me to understand, which I didn't. I've never been able to comfort you.
Just talk to me.
Is it enough if I just sit here and hold your hand?
That's good.
It's very strange. Well, except that most of the shopkeepers complain there's no access to the shop. Trade, passing trade.
Oh,
They're
yes,
not getting it.
we've had this.
Hello, Molly.
Hello, Mr. Firth. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. Fine. What's it do?
Salad, steak, macaroni cheese.
A little macaroni cheese, please, and a glass of milk.
If you'd like to sit down, I'll bring it to you.
Oh.
No, but surely on the model you can work out things. To a certain extent, you can't guarantee that they don't go where you want them. It's up to them.
All right. Hello, Andrew.
MacLeod.
Well, James MacLeod.
Just
Andrew Firth.
Mr. Fisher, Mr. Whiteley looking after you?
Yeah, they are indeed splendidly.
Good. Did you have a comfortable flight?
Yes, I did. Very smooth.
Good.
What have you ordered?
3 guesses. Macaroni.
You were telling me about that.
You're a brave man. Have you heard anything from the ministry yet? Have they taken their finger out?
Thank you. The ministry is going to turn my proposal down. I've just been told this by George, who in turn has just been told by Dixon and the ministry.
Are they going to make you change it very much?
No, unless things aren't as easy as that. I shan't have anything more to do with the project. It's been passed over to someone else. I thought maybe you'd been told something about it.
No? No? Just wondered what was happening. It's been so long coming to a decision. Well, I think it's a crying shame. I mean, you've spent, what, 18 months?
More. 2 years.
2 years? You spent 2 years on a project. All the hard work for nothing. It's sugar.
Oh, that's tough. What was it, an industrial scheme?
You know what we should do? We should take James round the social centre before we do.
Yes, fantastic. Oh, I'd like that.
Do you play squash?
Yeah, I do.
I'll have a game.
Okay. But didn't you say just now you met that chap, Dixon, a couple of days ago?
Yes, No, that was, some other problem. Nothing to do with this. Something else entirely.
I see.
What's this, a conspiracy?
No, you must be joking.
Oh, sure. What do you think? You know, I may regard the younger generation as being capable of a lot of things, but, not of running about ministries arse licking such types as Dixon.
Thanks.
Oh, this is awful.
Listen, why don't you try the salad? They can't do much harm for a salad.
Well, I haven't got a lot of time. You know, I think I'll just leave it. Oh.
Why don't we get... Oh, yes, tonight we're having James over for supper. Would you like to come?
No, not tonight, thanks. Another time.
Sure.
Sure. Bye, James.
Oh, goodbye.
Nice to have met you.
Yeah.
Yes, take care.
Hello, Catherine. What are you doing here over Easter?
Hiding. At home, there's such a damned uproar from morning till night, and my mother's here.
I understand.
By the way, congratulations on that grant of yours.
Thanks. Thanks very much.
Will you be going on with the seminars this autumn?
No, I don't think so. I've asked for leave of absence. It's really too much for me.
Oh.
Besides, Andrew would really want... Obviously. What do you mean, obviously? I'm sorry, nothing. Nothing at all. Well, all I was going to say... You needn't explain. I wasn't going to, actually. Bye-bye, then. Have a nice Easter. You too. Anna, hang on a minute. There's something I want to say to you. If you think I've been nasty to you recently, don't interrupt. Really? There have been reasons. It's not what you think. It's not this Grant business. I'm not jealous. For Christ's sake, don't think I'm jealous. It's just that I feel I have got to tell you what I think. I've often wondered what it is, you see. I don't know. I think you're telling lies in some elegant, damned way. You know, sometimes I'm seized with an unreasonable urge to hate you. Please, don't misunderstand me. It is nothing personal. Your face is so lovely. You are always so well dressed. You always say the right things. I don't understand a word you're saying. I didn't expect you to. See, at a certain point, people of your sort cease to exist. You just turn into a sort of impersonal astonishment, or at most, a well-formulated expression of disapproval.
The matter that you're terribly tired and worn out.
Yes, yes I am, aren't I? This winter's been dreadful, hasn't it? And all the children have been ill, and my mother... Well,
I must go. You're hurting me.
Have you noticed? I'm missing a tooth on the side here. It looks horrible, doesn't it? And it isn't because of money that I don't go to the dentist. It's apathy. Do you know what I mean?
No, to be honest, I don't.
But at least I can afford to dislike you and everything you stand for.
Please let go of my arm.
Bye-bye. Have a nice Easter. Give my love to Andrew.
Oh, hello, Sheila.
Yes?
Andrew here.
Yes?
Has Anna left any message?
No, she hasn't.
Oh. Well, if she rings, ask her to buzz me at the office, will you?
Yes.
It's nothing important. I just wanted a word with her.
Yes, all right, I'll tell her. Don't worry.
Everything all right otherwise?
Yes, everything's fine.
Fine. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Really must get a new toaster. This one's hopeless. Hello, darling. Been here long?
Got here 10 minutes ago.
I didn't see your car.
Yeah, I parked it around the corner. I bought a paper. I didn't think you'd be here so soon.
Well, I went and visited my brother. I'd have stayed longer, but it was too much for me.
Just as bad as ever?
I don't know. I think he's worse.
What are you doing?
Looking at myself in the mirror.
What for?
I don't know. I like to.
In a few years' time, you won't like to.
You look tired.
Yeah.
Something wrong?
No more duty.
Everything all right at home?
Jill came home yesterday. Well, you know how it is.
It all went off all right, no trouble.
Yes. If only she wouldn't worry so much. And the pains aren't any better.
Worry? In what way?
It's always the same when she's been away a while. Comes home with a bad conscience and thinks something must have happened. God knows what she imagines. And she makes everyone jumpy with her questions and begins ordering people around. Of course, I didn't get angry.
Like it's
You haven't
strong.
put any sugar in it?
No. Can I show you the dress I bought this morning?
You have to put it on.
I didn't really want to buy it before you'd seen it. Mrs. Watkins said it suits me marvellously. I've never worn red before. I would have thought it would make me seem paler. I don't think it does. Awful, these boots. Tights on behind my hat. This on the long side. Doesn't really fit round the waist. What do you think?
Yes, it's fine.
Do you really like it?
Yes. Wonderfully smart.
Oh, good. I like it at once. There are times when one simply has to go out and buy a red dress. Do you really think it's smart?
Yes. I think it's terrifically smart.
Then I'll get it ordered at once. Tomorrow. This is almost my very first red dress.
How's Henry?
He's still got a bit of a cold. To stay home from school
By the way, what are you
today.
doing over Easter? You going away?
Well, we'll probably go to the country. Haven't really made up our minds. There's Jane and Frederick's party tomorrow.
Yes, of course.
How are you sleeping?
To be honest, not at all.
You must get stronger sleeping
I
time.
did. I took a couple last night, stayed awake till 5 o'clock in the morning. It's sheer
Don't you get any
torture.
sleep at all?
No. Walk about. Play some records.
What does Jill say to that?
Jill, poor thing, has enough with her own troubles. Anyway, my doctor says there's nothing dangerous about insomnia, as long as you don't worry.
What do you worry about?
Everything under the sun. Mostly because we've got to the other side. People who've been with the firm for 20 or 30 years. You should just see their faces when we tell them.
If only I knew.
What?
Nothing. You tell me everything, don't you?
Yes.
There's something you don't want to make a clean breast of.
What could that be?
Well, I don't know. That's why I ask.
You've suddenly become very serious.
Think, we've been living together for 8 years, not a single miserable week to ourselves. Strange. Shall we go to bed? You're dreadfully tired.
You like some cold tea?
That's right. Close your eyes. Feel how soft and warm and nice it is in the time with you. I'll wake you up. No need to worry.
Been asleep?
I've got to go soon. No, Father's coming to dinner. He'll be dreadfully upset if I'm late.
No. No, don't go yet.
Yes, darling, I have to. No good, I haven't time. No. Andrew and I were thinking of buying a few stocks. Do you know which are best? Well, we've still got our usual old man. He's so dreadfully cautious and conventional.
I'll give Andrew a ring and we'll talk it over.
We've sold a bit of land, you see. Andrew's father bought it just after the First World War for £400. Now it's worth an astronomical amount. £2 a square yard. Just imagine, it's absolutely mad. One time there was a danger the whole city'd buy it up, but some building contractor got in, so now it's free.
I wish Smith was here.
Well, I know. I think
Difficult
it's
to
really
sit on
absurd
paper.
not to have the planning department represented.
Reach some sort of agreement, much more easily than this.
You know, I thought he would have scrapped everything else, really.
Well, he's not always very cooperative.
No.
How Fish and Whiteling?
Oh, they're fine, fine. The money is available, we know that.
Yes, we've got the elections coming, haven't we? How do we know that it's going to be available after that?
I think the whole position should be considered at the highest level.
Yes, but some...
And I'd suggest as quickly as possible.
Some basis for agreement.
I think
Go
we've
forward
made
from us.
useful progress, though. I think it's been
Yes,
very
but
valuable.
until we know what they're going to do, who's going to take the responsibility?
But I would like to clear, I mean, can we rely absolutely on the money?
Well, you can't rely on the outcome of the elections. Depends whether the people who are returned are still sympathetic to...
Yes, but there's no chance of starting.
No
Yes, well, that
guarantee.
reinforces my
You
point.
can't
The-
guarantee it, can you?
There's no chance.
Surely it reinforces my point about the decision being taken at the highest level. Then we know who's going to have the responsibility. But until that's happened...
There's no chance of starting before the late autumn, no matter who we appeal to, whatever levels.
I'll give you a call tomorrow.
I'll be at the college after 9 o'clock. Should be through by about 12:30, I should imagine. Only marking papers. It's Easter, there's nobody there. Call me at home about 2 if it suits you. I'll be alone then.
Do you still love me?
I think you're hiding something from me. I don't know what it is. Makes me unhappy.
Hiding something? I don't think I'm hiding anything.
Something to do with Jill?
You aren't jealous by any chance?
I am jealous. We don't talk about that sort of thing, do we? We don't talk about anything that might be troublesome or painful. That's our secret agreement, isn't it?
And dreadfully profound you've become.
Yes, I have, haven't I? I must be off my phone. I'll be furious.
Drive carefully.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Well, nevertheless, I must go. I've got to pick up my car.
How's it going?
Oh, everything's gone wrong with it, you know. We picked it up hours ago.
I suggest we adjourn this meeting.
Gentlemen, should we have another meeting as soon as possible?
Yes,
It's very important.
What's the date today?
25th, isn't it?
Yes,
Oh,
25th.
Easter coming up. Have to be after, won't it?
Yes, well, I'm no good the week
On the
immediately
9th?
after. 9th? How about the 9th?
No, I shall be in Germany.
Oh, Lord, yes. Like
Tuesday the 7th I could do. How's that?
Tuesday.
Yes, 7th.
7th, right. That's
Same
it.
time.
Right.
Yes, it is, sir.
Same time?
Yeah.
Good.
You need to have...
I really must hurry.
No, I'm afraid I must.
Goodbye.
Bye, Harry.
Goodbye.
Just
Thank you. Very useful meeting.
Bye, John.
Bye.
Right, the 7th then. Bye, John. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
We've some letters to write. Where's that letter from Arkwright and Thompson?
I never received it.
Of course you have. You got it yesterday. We should have answered it yesterday, but I had other things to do.
You kept it. You said you wanted to think about it.
Oh, for goodness sake, do stop spraying that stuff about and go and fetch the letter. I know you've got it. Anyway, it's not here. Well, and are we going to write that letter now, or aren't we?
Just getting my pencil and paper.
It's semi-private, so we'll send it to his home. You'd better check the address. All right, I'm sorry. You're always right, and you know that, so don't let's quarrel about it, okay? My dear June, please don't sulk.
I'm not sulking.
I know how careful you are. There's no one that I appreciate more than you. My dear June, I have apologized.
It's not that.
What is it then?
Nothing of the least importance.
Now, look here, Annabelle, I can't take this. Either you tell me what's up, or we get on with our work.
I wasn't the one to start talking about it.
My dear Henry.
Your father's here already. You should probably read it. Started getting a little old. Where is he? He's in the library. Never knew it to be late. That's Henry. Oh, it's all right. He's been watching television all the afternoon news, I think. Yeah, come with those. You need glasses one of these days. Don't you ready in about half an hour? Okay, splendid. Thank you. Forgive me. You've been here long? I did such a silly thing, I forgot to give you petrol.
Oh, stop all that chatter. It's a lot of lies, and I don't believe a word of it.
No, I'm sorry, Papa. In fact, I've been with my lover. How are you?
May I at least have my whiskey?
What about the assassination of the German ambassador, Papa? Isn't it frightening?
Now, listen to me, Anna. I really shouldn't say anything, but I can't help it. You asked me down to dinner, and that's very nice of you. And yet it suits you to turn up an hour late.
20 minutes, Papa.
Can't you ever be on time?
I have explained.
Is it hereditary? Your mother was just the same. I was on the verge of leaving. As you came through that door, I was about to get up and go. I thought you'd completely forgotten I even existed. I told Mrs. What's her damn name to ring your husband and ask him if he knew where you were. Thought perhaps you might have left a message for him. Naturally, you hadn't. And at the college, they didn't know anything either. Can't you understand? I get upset.
Of course, Papa, dear. Now everything's all right. Let's talk about
You're just
something
throwing
else.
out a lot of phrases.
Well, I've asked you to forgive me.
It's not as easy to get out of as that. I hear Henry's got a cold.
Oh, he's not too bad. Shall I ask him to come in?
No, thanks. I don't want his germs. Unless he's tired of going to school, perhaps. You're spoiling him, aren't you? Where's Veronica? She's the only person in this household I can get on with.
As a matter of fact, she's at Granite's. I did take
Bring
her.
her out, and I'll promise to behave better.
Papa, don't you think you'd better calm down now?
Gertrude always be looking after Veronica? Why can't she come to me sometimes? That child feels at home with me, I'll have you know.
Well, your housekeeper says she can't look after children. Now she's got something wrong with her back.
Esther's a silly old fool. Always putting it on. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of getting somebody younger. Somebody a little more cheerful. Fed to the back teeth with all her aches and pains and moaning and groaning. Besides, I think she's had a small stroke. Read about you in the newspapers getting that grant. Congratulations. What are you going to do with the money, eh?
Travel, I suppose.
Is it tax-free?
Yes, I think so. How are you, Father?
Worse in the mornings. Oh, I'm not afraid of death. Not that. So long as I was working hard, it didn't seem to matter so much. Since I retired last month, well, not worth talking about. I'm well off. Just bored, I suppose. Old age is hell, I can tell you.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Firth. The doctor's just stepped outside for a few minutes. He'll be back right away. We've just finished with our last patient. Please come inside for a few minutes. Sit down. That was our last patient for a fortnight.
Really? Do you shut up shop for so long?
Yes, we're taking a bit of a holiday. The doctor's taking his family up to the mountains. Personally, I think it's the best thing he could possibly do. He certainly worked like a dog all the winter. People seem to have been more sick this year than ever before.
Oh, in what way?
Well, I couldn't say exactly. It's as if people couldn't take the strain anymore. The winters seem to get longer and longer, and the infections get nastier and last longer, too. People are so tired they don't know where to turn. Dr. Farman's reception, Sister Esther.
Hello.
Oh, hello, it's you.
Look, I'll have to stay with him. Midge isn't satisfied.
Oh, that's too bad, isn't it? Mr. Firth is here, the architect.
Oh, it's about Frederick's party.
No, I couldn't say what he wants. You can speak to him yourself if you like.
Hello, Andrew here.
Oh, it's so damned annoying. I'm with a patient at New Cross, and now I've got to wait for Dr. Mitchell. Some sort of a complication. I'm afraid I shan't be coming back to my consulting room today. Anything particularly wanted?
No, just felt like having a chat. Needed some company.
Oh, what a beast of shame. Cheerio.
Take care. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Be seeing you. Bye-bye. You've a couple of dead fish in your aquarium.
Some disease they've got. They're dying off wholesale. It's not a very good advertisement for our practice. We tried changing the water and the sand and the plants, but nothing seems to do any good. The aquarium will have to be scoured out with disinfectant. Anything wrong? How do you feel?
Oh, it's nothing. I don't know. But I don't want to go home.
Very well, then don't. You can stay here as long as you like. Give them a ring, tell them you're engaged.
Well, you stay with me then.
No, I can't do that. I've got people waiting for me. And unlike you, I like coming home.
Then you're happily married.
Yes, I suppose so. I've nothing to complain of.
I don't know what's the matter with me. But I feel as if I were being stifled. Sounds so damned melodramatic, but that's the only adequate word for it. I'm being... Oh, it's so silly. I've absolutely no reason to complain about things.
You're not complaining.
Can't you just sit down for 5 minutes or
Yes,
so?
of course I can.
Something suddenly occurred to me.
What?
Oh, it's something quite silly. Maybe I'm being unfair.
Well, tell me just the same.
We never touch each other, my wife and I. We only show each other tenderness when we go to bed together. And even then, only incidentally. In daily life, we never caress, or kiss each other. And our kids get very little physical kindness either. They get all the bloody vitamins they could possibly need, but never any physical love. And they rarely touch each other either, except when they fight. Isn't that strange?
Well, it's probably different from family to family.
Mrs. Handler, of course.
Yeah.
You took the children.
Did you really?
Yes, yes, lovely.
Always enjoy trips there.
Yes, I do.
Maria
well,
Leah.
Oh,
hello, Gil. Yes, yes, her work is better this day. Pure charge.
Anna, dear, how you doing?
Andrew, lovely to see you.
You're not late, no one ever says you're not. Caroline, darling.
Look, come outside, it's a lovely evening. It's a beautiful
Someone keeps
Emma, dear, here's Anna.
Hello, Stephen.
See her before you
Lovely. Had a couple of those French financial visits. Terribly interesting.
Emma, dear, you really have heard your holiday.
Yes, it would be nice and fancy. Whether I'll be able to stand it, I think. I mean, where the wheel goes. What are you doing with my bag? How is your little Fabian?
You know, I've had so much to do recently, I've hardly seen so much as a glimpse of him. But he's all right, really. The only thing is, it's such a shame he hasn't more kids of his own age to play with.
Of course, you've got that wonderful nanny of yours. Our girl's as kind as can be, but as stupid as they come.
Couldn't Christina come over to our house sometimes?
Yes, that'd be marvellous. She's been dreadfully hard to handle these last couple of weeks. She's cutting two new back teeth. I suppose that's what's upsetting her.
Involvement, or whatever they call it, is absolutely terrifying.
No, you're talking like a proper commercial traveller.
What's wrong with commercial travellers?
Well, surely the theatre must keep up with the times.
In what way, may I be so bold as to ask?
Margaret, come and give me a hand. Surely the theatre must be part of today's society.
Oh, I don't know, darling. I never go to the theatre.
Ernest?
Oh, I always think as Margaret does.
Excuse me, my darlings. I'm just going in to see Jill.
Again, look into the question of the role played by archetypal symbolisms in our scientific concepts. His view was that parallel with research into the objective world, we should look into the inner sources of scientific concepts. Some people, you see, think that the physical and psychic spheres are one and the same. The quantitative and qualitative aspects of reality.
You make me quite nervous when you talk like that. I don't know what you're talking about, but it frightens me.
Yes, Emma, Jill.
Oh, hello. Yes, we have met before. Nice to see you again. Standing all alone in the moonlight?
Yes.
You know, everyone talking at once.
Those new pills you gave me really didn't do any good at all. They make me bleed a little and feel ill.
I'm sure it's a pill.
Yeah. How are you feeling yourself?
I'm fine.
My dear Ernest, here I've known you for 12 years. Every time I ask you, I always say I feel fine.
I'm terribly sorry, but I nearly always do. Look, why don't you drop into the surgery after Easter? We can have a chat, if you like. I can prescribe those old pills. They didn't make you feel sick, did they?
Yeah. Chilly, I think we'd better go in.
Yes, I'm as hungry as a hunter. Had nothing much to eat today except a couple of bananas for lunch.
Now, my dears, we're all ready. Would you like to come and sit down? Emma, I put you next to Fred. Lie down here. Fred, take Emma now. Oh, yes, to you. Yes, there, next to you. Girls have done it all together.
And the car?
Remember, I've been meaning to have a chat with you all night about Expert. Thank you, darling, very much. Expert 70, when are you going?
10 days.
You know how they lay it on.
How old is she really?
Well, she is nearly 70.
Having a few days off from school.
Yes, it's lovely. Look, Charlotte, do all that side of the table. Caroline, darling, do this for you. Is he taking that cine camera?
Of course. He spends every penny.
Does he?
Can you imagine? I think my wife is so beautiful. I can still find myself amazed by her beauty. I just sit and gaze at her. Now, surely that must be abnormal, isn't it, after many years of marriage?
What, never any complications?
Oh, yes, I suppose so, but we've always been able to talk things over together. That I think, is the main thing in marriage.
In other words, you're in love with your wife.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I am. And I admire her, too. She's just been given a grant. Did you hear about that?
Hasn't Emma any faults, then?
Oh, I suppose she has. I haven't discovered them, no.
I envy Emma. I do.
That was a kind thing to say.
Jimmy, will you be seeing them when you're away?
Good gracious, no.
Nice to be sitting next to you.
That was a pleasant surprise. Sometimes I wonder if anyone knows.
Do you think Jane does, for instance?
Oh, I heard my name. Are you talking about me?
All we said, Jane, was that you always insist on your guests overeating themselves.
Well, thank you very much.
You've still got that lovely Miss Johnson.
Oh, yes, we have. You know, she's leaving us.
Oh, no, that's really a pity.
Oh, well, nobody's more upset than I am. Has something wrong with her knee. And needs an operation. Then she wants to go up to Scotland and stay with her sister, and she wants to go and live up there. Well, you know how they lay it on. Charlotte, don't you think my daughter's a splendid little waitress is?
How Charlotte is drag out.
Yes, she's nearly a young lady. More butter, dear, for this end.
Particularly lovely.
I've seen this dress 100 times.
It's raining. The nape of your neck is quite delicious. You take care, or I shall kiss you.
Andrew?
Yes, my darling.
Here's your Ellis saying he wants to kiss the nape of my neck. He can't do that.
Well, since you are so nicely, I suppose I can overlook it, but I don't want any scandal.
Fancy, your marriage is about the only one I know that's happy. That's odd, isn't it?
There's nothing wrong with yours and Ellis's, is there?
I'm away so much, and I'm in pain most of the time and have to take pills, so I'm a bit doped, you might say. And that means Ellis and I drift apart, but now we've hit on an idea.
Oh, you've hit on an idea, have you?
Well, really, it was Ellis who hit on it, and I find it so touching. He's going to come with me to Italy and stay there for a couple of months. He's taking all his holiday and 3 weeks' leave of absence so we can be together without interruptions. He's writing a report, so he'll bring his papers with him. And the secretary, you know, the marvellous Mrs. Brown.
Oh, yeah.
He's rented a villa overlooking Lake Lugano, so we shan't have to stay at the Spa Hotel. I can take my car every morning for my treatments. Won't that be marvellous?
Mm.
You know, when Ellis came home and told me all about it and said it was already all arranged, I was so happy I began to cry. Well, that's typical of Ellis to spring sudden surprises. Cheers, Ellis.
Cheers, dear wife. Looking very happy this evening?
Well, we have our secrets, Andrew and I.
As I've always suspected. Jill, we can have a talk later, can't we?
Jill was just telling me about your lovely idea. That's the sort of thing we all ought to do.
Of the spa?
Yes.
What lovely idea is that, Ellis?
I'm going with Jill to Lugano to the spa, so she won't have to be alone.
How long are you going to be away?
4 or 5 weeks.
When are you off?
A week today.
Can you be away from your work so long?
Well, I've got a long report to do, so I'm going to take it with me.
Well, it's certainly a wonderful spa.
I'm glad you think so.
I hope you're still all very hungry. Right, here we go.
All right.
Yes, I'm fine. I'll just go and powder my nose.
Anna. Are you all right?
Yes, thank you. No, don't turn on the light.
You're not going to have another baby, are you? Well, perhaps you'd just like to be left alone for a little while, hmm?
Yes.
Please.
What are you doing out of bed?
There were lots of nasty things on television last night.
Were there? Oh dear. Go to sleep now. is it, Andrew? You ill?
I'm sorry if I frightened you.
What is it?
I want to talk to you.
Now?
No, right now.
What time is it? Oh, my God, it's 3 o'clock.
I've been unfaithful.
You've been unfaithful.
I can't understand how it happened. I went to see Ernest at his surgery. I wanted to talk to him about my health. I felt so wretched, but he just left, and his nurse was still there, you know, Esther. And then, well, then nothing happened. But yesterday I phoned her up. I rang her up in the morning and asked if she'd fancy a trip in a car, and she said she would, as her husband was out with the children, a cinema or something. So I picked her up, and we drove out into the countryside a while, and then we drove to the surgery and slept together. And then I drove her home, and by that time her husband and the children had come home because the car was standing outside. But I thought this was something I hardly needed to tell you about. It was nothing more than a sort of accident, wasn't it? I've never been unfaithful to you. During all the years of our marriage, I've had no reason to.
And is there some reason now?
No, I can't understand.
Are you in love with her?
No. No, she's beautiful and kind and warm. Well, kind and warm. I'm not in love with her now.
Do you think it'll happen again?
How could I know that?
Well, that's no answer. Do you or don't you want it to happen again? Really, it's of some importance.
I don't want it to happen again. After all, I'm in love with you. I don't want to be with anyone else. The whole situation is so utterly unreal. What terrifies me is that it could happen at all, and that I don't know why.
Why do you sound so submissive? Have you got a guilty conscience, have you?
I've got a bloody awful conscience. But that's why I'm telling you about it all.
Are you sure it wouldn't have been better if you'd kept quiet?
But I thought we agreed that...
Isn't that just one of those things one says? Oh, I didn't mean that. Everything's such a dreadful muddle.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Please, I'm asking, well, what are you thinking about?
I don't want your honesty.
Have I been unfaithful?
You say you love me and that you don't intend to do it again. All right, then that's enough. Let's never mention it again. It's forgotten.
Andrew Firth and his wife Hannah, they were never two happier people. We were young, we were gifted, and then we had money, and then we were in love with each other. And we said, we agreed that we make something marvelous, just something unheard of out of our marriage. And suddenly, slowly, without our noticing how it happened, that's a comfortable fiasco. Oh, everything as it was before, right, but our failure is still a fact.
What do you do about it?
Oh, God, how indifferent you sound.
How do you want me to
I
sound?
want you to understand what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't think the same way as you. I think you're whining.
Oh.
What is it you want? Want me to feel sorry for you? Is it forgiveness you're after? I forgive you. There. Now you can go back to bed and sleep for a few hours. You'll find your life fiasco seems a lot less burdensome tomorrow morning.
Actually, it is rather comic.
Why aren't you laughing if it's so funny?
Can't we talk to each other, you and I? Listen to each other, find some sort of marital understanding. Isn't that what we used to say? That everything can be solved if only people can talk to each other.
We don't know each other anymore. We can't very well
No, you mean we don't even know each other?
I don't know you, and you.
Well, can't we get to know each other? Can't we get to know each other?
Would you want that?
Yes! 1,000 times better than this!
Wouldn't it be better if we each tried to live our own lives, side by side, without pushing our way into each other's worlds?
I don't think so. I think
You don't think so?
that both you and I have it in us to find a much better life!
You don't know what you're talking
Oh, don't go on saying things like this. It's just humiliating. I'm trying to communicate with you. Maybe my words not the right ones, but I want to get through to you.
As if you'd read it all in some woman's magazine under advice to the lovelorn.
That's how it is. Now I'm going to bed.
Wait. You know, I could be sure you really mean what you say.
All I know is I love you.
If only I could believe that.
Well, you could try.
I've been living with another man for 8 years. I'm not in love with him. He satisfies me. How else can I put it? We usually meet a few times a week. It's been going on for 8 years. All that time I've been lying when I've told you I'm happy with you. It's never been good. Now you know everything. Now you know how I feel.
Who is he?
Do I have to tell you?
I don't know. It depends on where we want to get with this sudden burst of honesty.
It's Ellis.
I see.
I knew him before I knew you. That time it was only a game on both sides, because I was in love with you. Then he suddenly disappeared, left me in the lurch, married Jill.
I see.
And 2 years after you and I were married, he came to me one day and said that we should go on living together, that he tried to live without me and couldn't. He didn't want you and I to divorce. Neither did I. He said that since you didn't know anything about it, it couldn't do any harm, and I thought the same way.
Isn't Ellis going away with his wife for a few months? Did you know about that, or did it come as a surprise to you?
He was too cowardly to tell me. Perhaps he thought it didn't matter.
I understand perfectly. It suited you admirably to start a marriage based on truth now. Right now, I know that it's worth the effort. Now I know that your lover has cleared off for good, eh? You'll come to see the pattern.
And even if that is so, what does it matter? If my motives are bad and low and morally dubious, what does it matter? Is it you who decides what's good or bad? Have you got some kind of moral superiority or what? I'll manage on my own. I don't need you. I'm quite capable of looking after the children on my own. Can't you understand? I wanted to live with you in spite of everything. I didn't want to break up our marriage.
I depended on you.
I belonged with you. Can't you see that?
I depended on you. There's never been anybody else but you. Can't you get that
got into. They got sick of me. Let's go!
Get off me!
You mustn't knock your door.
And what are you going to do now? Kill me?
I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh, no, please forgive me. Please forgive me if I hit you. You must forgive me.
Forgive you. You can take your apologies and go to hell. I'll get your hands off. If only I didn't have to see you again, I'd feel better.
You better lie down. I'll clean up.
Let's watch. I've been thinking a little bit about the future, in case you're interested.
Of course.
Let's leave everything as it is for the next couple of months. In the middle of June, I'll be going to Europe on my grant, and I can stay away for 6 months. In the meantime, we can both think the matter over each from our own point of view, how we want things to be.
I don't need 2 months to know how I want things to be. I can tell you right now.
Can you?
I don't want to live with someone who's been lying to me constantly throughout our entire marriage.
So you don't even want to try?
Out of the question.
Well, in that case, we've nothing to discuss.
It's amazing how many things come up. How I manage, I can't imagine. Every single thought, every single memory, every situation poisoned. Everything's fallen to pieces. All the times we've slept together, you said it was good. So disgusting, I can hardly bear to think about it. All our talks about faithfulness, about being honest with each other. I wish you'd never said anything.
So do I.
I think one has to lie. Tell lies, deceive one another, in order to be able to live together. It isn't possible otherwise.
Well, we lost our way from the very beginning.
No, everyone loses their way. There isn't any. The whole thing is fundamentally crazy. That's why it all goes to hell. Crazy from beginning to end.
You are usually so positive.
I've been thinking how small and dry my existence is. Dry as a bone. Everything... No, I don't know what I'm saying. Everything clean and pure runs away from me.
Self-pity.
Yes, I suppose so.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Women cry and splash about and wallow in a sea of fluids. There are little complaints, there are children, there are women, friends, troubles. On top of that, you're first rate in your profession. On top of that, you have a superb love life. God, it makes me tired just to think about it.
Dearest, dearest Andrew.
Oh, no, go to hell. Don't speak to me in that tone of voice. If you do, I won't know which way to turn. Just keep to your own half of the playground. Don't lose that boundless generosity and love of life.
Our amateur theatricals are so bad I almost want to laugh.
Well, the truth, Hannah, the truth is that I've been punctured. And there's nothing left in me.
Andrew, I have an idea. Let's make ourselves a nice sandwich. It's a sad admission, but the truth is I'm hungry. Aren't you just a little hungry?
Yes, I think I am.
Food always helps.
Once I asked you whether you didn't think I was dry and dull, remember? Whether you didn't think life was drear with a man so much older than you and so conventional, because you've always complained that I'm so conventional. Remember what you said that time? For me, you're the best husband in the world. Was that a lie? Or a consolation?
Not that, too.
Was it a lie?
You're hopeless.
Oh?
It's hopeless.
Yes, perhaps.
Well, we're going to make that sandwich?
As you wish. What you thinking?
I can take responsibility for my children. That's as it should be. And I must take responsibility for myself, too. That's obvious.
I don't know how it'll be without you. What is it, Anna?
It hurts.
Don't you feel well?
I don't want to. No, I don't want to.